pardon the quality or lack thereof you're about to see on this. A gentleman named Mike, he purchased the NCAA 07 roster update, and he was curious about how to load the roster. So I just told him I was going to shoot this quick video. So Mike, this is for you based on where you live. I assume you're a Hale Stater, so I believe you are very pleased right now. Memory card is in the PlayStation 2, along with the game, of course. Load it up. We're going to go through all the screens here. And as I said, pardon the lack of quality here. I'm actually holding an iPhone while I'm shooting this one-handed. So once everything loads up, all of this stuff doesn't matter. All you do is go to Manage Rosters, Load Rosters. The file will pop up. When you get the memory card, it's going to have two files on there. I always do it that way. One will generally be your first initial and your last name. And the second one will be something like NCAA 07. For me, 2021, right there is my file. I've got a backup there. I would recommend having a backup of the roster file on a different memory card, and also backing up your dynasty, just in case, right? Memory cards fail, things happen. Once you do that, you go take a look at rosters. Usually what I go do real quick is I'll just look at, I'm going to go to the SEC real quick. Look at Vandy. They've got the headline players, Rocker and Leiter. And what you'll see if you're watching this video, I'm shooting this on August 2nd, early morning. What I'm going to do is I leave players, Leiter, obviously you're familiar maybe with the Rocker situation with the Mets, but I leave the players on their roster until the calendar flips over. When it looks like we're about to start a new season, in this case, let's say, this year in 2021, it was March. But in the past, it's been February, where they started getting things cranking with baseball. So until that time, you'll see players that they've been drafted, such as Leiter. You'll still see them on their roster for their given team. When February rolls around, that's when I start to tweak the rosters. I'll take the drafted guys off. And then when we get into March and April, then that's when I'm able to add in freshmen, transfers, grad transfers, things of that nature to help round out the roster. Now, there's something I wanted to show you if you're new to this and you're just curious. Well, actually, let me take you through real quick. So you've got your roster there. You just back out. Sure you want to exit? Yes. Game modes, this is what you're here for. These rosters can be used with any of these. Exhibition, dynasty mode, mini games, tournament, all that stuff. I've actually never done a tournament. Maybe I'll have to look into that and see what that's about. Go to dynasty mode. Create new dynasty. Here's all of this stuff. We're just going to skip through this. You set that yourself, obviously, how you want to do that. Load it up. And here we go. Again, let's go to the SEC. Go to Vandy. What happened to the top of that guy's head? Take a look at team management, pitching rotation, and there you see Leiter and Rocker are there. If you back out, keep backing out. Are you sure you want to quit? Yes. Go back in, game modes, dynasty mode, create new, again go through. Vandy again, team management, pitching rotation. What's this? Brian Eorg, K Miadich, K Whiteside. So you get it? When you are in your dynasty and you have your team, or let's say you have a change of heart. Now, most likely you're not, Mike, because assuming, as I said, where you live, you're a Hale State guy. But if you back out, you see what happens. So all you would simply do is just go back to the Manage Roster screen. If you have a change of heart, as I said, you decide, that team isn't for me, you just go back out. Hit the Manage Rosters again. Load rosters. You go ahead and do that up. And then go back and then create a new dynasty and you'll be good to go. Another thing I wanted to show you You back out, you're in this screen. Let's say you've loaded up all your rosters already. You go ahead and back out. Go to creation zone, and keep in mind right now I have some default rosters on there. So you would just back out, go to create a player, edit player, and let's assume you were using Vandy again. Now, as I said, keep in mind this is not the roster you're going to get in the mail, but you have the players here. You can go ahead and edit them from here. You can open guys up and do your editing if you think the ratings aren't as accurate as you'd like, or if you want to create new players, this is where you do that. When you're done doing all you want to do, back out, back out again, go to manage rosters, and then make sure to save rosters. You save all the work you've done. Don't just back out and go to a dynasty. Now, of course, if you're in dynasty already and you want to do some editing, that's another story, but we're talking about here if you get the rosters and you take a look at the ratings and you're like, you know, a couple of these guys are, you know, or I want to put myself in the game, then that's the process. Back out from this screen, and you saw what I did. You go ahead and go into the creation zone as I showed you before, and then you just go ahead and open guys up for editing. As I said though, make sure that you back up whatever you do. Just a little friendly tip there. I'm sure a lot of you guys know that already, but always keep a backup of the rosters and keep a backup of your dynasty as well. You don't want to lose all of that work. Thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions, let me know.